And welcome to my vlog, and this is Project Stang. The wife reported to me she had no AC today in her 96 Stang. So we're going to take a quick look at it and see if it cycles. If it cycles and there's a little bit of cool air, it probably just needs to be recharged. It needs to be charged. Okay, and we'll take a look at that real quick, see what I find. First thing we're going to look and see is if it cycles. And if it cycles, then, and then depending on how fast it cycles, and there's your AC compressor on this one here. Normally it just, the inner side spins. This is magnetic. It's got a magnetic clutch. So it's making sure everything, you got your connection on the connection right here for that. We'll start it up and see what it does. Alright. So let's start it up. ABS go out? No, still got the ABS light. Alright, now we will gonna see. We're gonna watch. Wait for the RPMs to settle down here. Alright. RPMs have dropped. Now I'm gonna turn the AC on. Okay. Now, first thing you hear, RPM is going to rise, and the fans kick in. Okay. All right. Definitely not feeling any. The clutch is not kicking in. That clutch should spin. I'm not getting anything. What that's telling me is it definitely needs to be. Most likely there's not enough pressure in the system. Right here is your pressure switch. Right now there's not enough pressure in the system to kick that clutch off. So it has to happen. I'll have to service it. That's the dryer right there is what you see. The dryer. So now she ain't kicking in. We'll find out more in a little while. We're gonna continue on with the going to add some refrigerant. Just some quick things to cover here. The 94s to the 99s may or may not have been converted, but they need you'll be able to tell when you look under the hood, because it's going to have a wide hookup. You're going to want the low side. The low side is closest to your dryer. And when you're adding refrigerant, it's recommended, especially if you're re-adding refrigerant to it, they recommend that you buy a combination. This has got UV dye in it, and it also is set up to stop leaks as well. If you've got a major leak, you're going to get the UV dye, and eventually I'll take a look through that and see if I can find a leak. Hopefully it's not in one of the evap evaporator or something that I have to replace the whole doggone thing. That happens, it has to be replaced, and then it has to be vacked down. Not a good situation. But anyway, like they said, find one that contains red refrigerant dye, which is, that's what that one has. And then make sure it'll, once you've got it recharged up, make sure, of course, wearing eye protection. And then you're going to always hook it up to the low side. Just warm the engine up. And then once you got it going, you're going to put enough in there. They say probably don't put more than 2 cans in at a time. We're waiting to see if the pressure sensor is going to kick that off when I do. There it is. Add until the low side of the system, until both the inlet and the evaporator outlet feel about the same temperature. And then you'll stick you got a thermostat, you want to stick that in your center register and see what that's reading. The funny thing about it is my 97 that I've had sitting for over 4 years, once I hooked it up, everything ran fine. And I mean, it is still cold. I mean, it is really, really cold, to the point where when the wife's in the car, she says, "Why is yours colder than mine?" So just the other day, and that's why we're doing it, all of a sudden she wasn't getting any AC at all. So it's I'm afraid it's either just sprung a leak, or before we got it, it had sat about a year before the guy decided he was going to sell it. So that has a lot to do with what's going on. But I picked up a can of Easy Chill, and I got that at Big Lots. It was it's about $15 at a at the cheapest place you can get it. So, but you want it with the UV dye in it and stop leak, and that'll help you out. And then you're going to want to eventually take a look at it. Have somebody take a look at it with a set of UV glasses and a UV light. Well, I really thought I was going to go ahead and get this in, but I guess I'm going to have to postpone it. These guys are it's going to dump. It's on its way. I can see it. I'm gonna wait for another day here. Ooh, that's not good. So, gonna postpone it. Sucking him down. Hopefully that's enough to activate that. Okay. back in here. Activate that. Not enough to activate it. Fans are off. Bad pressure compressor switch. Compressor cycling switch is bad on this, and unfortunately I don't think, I'm going to go look on the other one real quick. I'm going to go look on the other one, see if that's a direct. Turn this off. I'm going to go look at the other one real quick on the 94 and see if that is actually changeable, but I don't think it is. I think this is a direct. I think this is direct inside here. I'm gonna call down to Advance real quick and find out and see if they sell that pressure switch by itself. Alright, I'm back. What I'm doing is going ahead and check and see what I got for air temp inside here. Dang it. Ding, 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 drive me nuts. We're sitting, letting it sit outside. Outside temp is about 80 degrees. I think, what's my phone says. You know, 72 degrees out. Let's reset it at 76. Okay. Yep. Guess I got a temperature of 76 degrees out, and I think they say it should be about, what's 4, 7, yeah, saying it's about, your average should be about 40 degrees, less than outside air temperature. So right now it's sitting about 50 degrees. Yeah. Should give me about a 50 degree. I ain't got a max air. 50 degree is max air. Put on max air, 50 degrees. Now I've got the system overrode, so the compressor's running. On the newer vehicles now, you've got a thermostat that you can control your inside air with. Well, on your older models, you got a flapper door that brings in more outside air. So, but yeah, right now it's about 50 degrees coming out of that thermostat at 76 degrees. So that's looking really good. And I'm going to do a quick pressure check on the compressor. Make sure we're not in the red. In the blue, we're filled with Refrigerant. So we're not too high, we're not too low. So I'm happy. I'm definitely happy with that. I have it overridden. So that's my choice to do that. You can still turn it on and off. You still got your fans running. Basically, your cycling of the compressor is so you don't have a too high. Because your pressure sensor is governing your pressure within the system. So system isn't getting, if it's too low or the system is too high, that's what the compressor is on and off, on and off, on and off. Right now I got to run it all the time. Now we're actually down to 40 degrees, just under 40 degrees in here. That's really good. Max cool. So, and of course this one here, you adjust your flapper and that lets more ambient outside air in to cool it down to where you want it. You see a lot more outside air in, so that's brought the temperature, changing the temperature. I'll close it. I'm going to change it. Closing the outside door. Now it's going to get colder again. So, but yeah, that switch is going to have to be changed. But that means you're going to have. That means a new. There's nothing wrong with the system. It's what bites. Other than I probably got a leak somewhere, and it'll eventually go down again. So until that time, probably just gotta leave it the way it is. If you do that, it's totally up to you. You know, these are older vehicles, and I'm not gonna worry about it. So she'll have AC, and then you can always turn it on, off, as long as you got full function of everything. Other than that switch not functioning properly. So max air, and it's coming down about 40 degrees. So alright, so thanks for watching. Definitely comment and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next Project Stang. Hey, I decided I was gonna go ahead and I'm gonna check the AC on my 97 for coolness compared to the 96. So we'll do that real quick. Turn that on. Alright. Now keep in mind this one here has been sitting for over 4 years. I never touched the AC system. That whole 4 years it was disconnected from off the motor. I didn't disconnect anything. I just disconnected the air compressor and let it hang the whole time. So down max cool. Sucker right in the middle here. This is what I got. The other one was sitting about 50 degrees. Well, it almost got down to 40 degrees. A little bit of air open there. So we're gonna see what she drops down to. It's going now. I looked to see if mine was the same as that one. Coming down. About 50 degrees. Get it all the way in there. Far enough that I can get it. Something about 40 degrees. Or about 50 degrees, which is what the other one was. Nice guy. I got it really blown out of it now. I gotta look into that. I don't have one, and I don't have low. Fans should be running 1 and 2, or low and 1. But I don't have my medium. I don't have my low air, 2 lows. So I'm gonna get in and find out what's going on with that. I got something to do with the I think what they're called, rheostat setup in there. But it's pretty good. It's about 30, 40. Yeah. I'll say 50 degrees. Let it go with that. Alright, here's the interior of the 97, if I said 96. And I can see that it does have the same compressor. Compressor switch as the one on the 96. The one on the 94, I can't tell you why they changed things around. But sabering came back. I got to work on that. I think it's got a blown. We know it's got a blown head gasket. And as you can see, on the 94 Stang, it's got a different pressure switch. So fortunately I couldn't swap those out even if I wanted to. Unfortunately, once you do it, you gotta remove the dryer and downgrade it. This system's been opened already, so it's already been compromised. It's the way it was when we got it. First, we took the motor out of it. Didn't have to disconnect any of the lines, but they did. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment. We'll catch you on the next Project Stang.